What's going on, y'all?
What's poppin'?
Your fight bookies, let's go. It's been a minute.
All four of us in the building.
Got
Right.
the whole gang.
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four.
Is that what we going with? Fantastic Four.
I kind of think we form Voltron right now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? A little bit of retro for the youth that don't know it. Look it up, man.
Yeah,
It's long before the Power Rangers.
A lot of news, a lot to catch up on, a lot to look forward to, man.
A lot has happened in the last couple of
Yeah.
weeks, man.
It's like every day some new shit.
Terrence
You know,
Crawford's talking about his weight classes for a reason, and now all of a sudden he wants to go to 168. You see how fast trending changed boxers' minds?
Man.
Hey, that's the PR too, man. They in their ears like, man,
Yeah.
can't go with traditional, man. They traditions,
That's
you gotta
not it.
break it. If you try to stick with traditions, man, you're gonna get left in the past where they
Right.
started that shit. You know what I mean? So you gotta do what you gotta do to make your legacy, man, heard, man. You
Yeah.
gotta jump up.
And it's, day to day, his mood might change. Like, you know what, fuck it.
Yeah.
I go to 168. I'm big. Canelo, we like the same size. You know what I'm saying?
I personally believe when he seen the face-off with Jamel,
Inspiration.
Terrence was like,
You know, I want to say something about
can do
tradition,
that.
man. I'm all for tradition. I'm a big fan of it, as long as it makes sense.
Right.
Tradition works and it's great as long as it makes sense. For example, let me give you a non-boxing example. Ohio State-Michigan game. Tradition means that game should play at noon. But it doesn't make sense for it to be at noon anymore. So tradition is fine as long
I
as
ain't
it
think
continues
about
to
that.
make
Right.
sense.
Right,
Ohio State
right,
Michigan game shouldn't be at noon no more.
Right.
Just for the commerce alone, if it was at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Just
I think
everybody
that'd be
would be
dope.
drunk.
I didn't even think
You
about it. I've
know,
never
Nike
really thought
came in,
about
so I'm
that.
all for tradition as long as tradition makes sense. So at a certain point, you know what I mean, in order to have tradition and continue tradition, we have to change tradition sometimes.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So I'm all for that, but temper it
Tweak
with
it a little bit,
Yeah, you gotta
you know?
temper it with reality and current. You know what I mean? Tradition was to learn how to do math the long way. But there's too much technology for you to sit there and do long division.
ain't nobody doing that no more.
Do
We ain't
long
about doing
division,
it.
but I can do
We
it
ain't
in
got them
pencil.
big
I'm
old
like, I
calculators.
want problem number 28.
Exactly.
So it's more better for me now to teach you how to use the equipment necessary to do the job.
Right.
Versus, you know what I mean? So that's how I look at that.
True.
So,
All right. Y'all ready to get to it?
yeah, let's start it, man.
let's
All right,
get to
let's
the
go.
rundown.
All right.
Get the rundown.
So we starting off
can start
off
now.
top with
Hold up, Killer.
Ohio.
Hold up, Killer. Who
Yeah.
are you?
What's that? Oh, listen, you want to do the introductions? All right.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let me go first, since ain't
Yeah.
nobody want to do it. I'll do it. I'm $1 Million Flight, $1 Million Boxing Promotions,
Yeah.
man. I'm your favorite fight bookie. We ain't got paid in the
Talk
past
to 'em.
like month or two,
All right.
about a month. But man, listen, we're gonna keep y'all entertained and we're gonna tell y'all how to get paid. Let's
Yeah.
get it.
I'm Marcus. Ohio runs boxing. I'm your fight bookie, and I'm here, baby. That's good. What's good, y'all?
Welcome back, Marcus. He was under the weather. We glad to have him back. You
Yes,
know what I mean?
sir.
His presence was definitely missed in the building. I'm Lord Drummer, man, your heavy duty QB.
Always.
914 for the almighty fight bookies.
Yes, sir. And it's your boy Alex with the Fight Bookies. And let's run it, bruh. Let's run it.
Man.
All right. Ohio's own Alycia Baumgardner. As y'all know, we all from Ohio, and this is our girl. We support her
Anybody got any juice?
100%. Wow.
Anybody got any juice?
Damn.
Here you go.
Hey, I ain't
got
say
any
that.
juice?
Let me start off by saying I personally
Yeah.
don't believe fake news. I believe there's a gimmick for everything. Like there's something going on behind the scenes that we don't know. But this is the topic at hand. I don't believe it. I deny it. I won't even entertain the idea. So
Okay.
y'all leave me out of this one. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and handle that.
All right.
But
so
you gotta speak your opinion. You ain't
me
getting
ask-
out of this.
That is my
Yeah,
opinion.
right.
You
I
gotta
think I ain't fucking
nah.
man,
I'm
she
with
ain't-
I'm with you.
Man, I hate
we agree. I'm gonna just say that we agree, but we have to
It's
break
too-
it
I think
down
it's too
sometimes
far
too.
it's too far in a sport where she's been doing this her whole life. Like
Yeah, she been swole like that her whole
She's
life,
been
too,
swole
though.
like that. That's
Yeah.
her frame and build. I know little girls in the hood that's shaped like that.
Yeah.
You know
My
what I
girl
mean?
is
Like that's
actually
her physique, that's her
good.
build. It's easy to say that when a motherfucking winning. It ain't like she motherfucking tearing somebody's face off or knocking them clean out.
I
She's
agree.
not doing that.
And
She has the strength of a professional athlete who
Right.
trains. Like she doesn't have anything extra. Now
So let
she
me-
was sleeping her last 5-6 opponents, it would make sense, but she's not.
Let me ask you this,
Her
real
last
quick.
opponent wasn't even suspicious. I mean, wasn't suspected that you would think she was on PED. The
that
last
she was
fight
on
wasn't.
PEDs. That's why I'm like, what's the point of entertaining some shit
what
that don't even
would
make
be,
sense?
What would be the reason that she tested positive? You think it would be sabotage?
Hold on, Killer.
Or how does
Now
that even
all-
work, though?
Now
Who's
all
to
of
say
us-
Hold on,
she
that's a
even
valid
tested
question.
Who's to say where did this come from? Who
She got
said
tested
that?
by the same people that tested Daniel Dubois. Matchroom is cutting, you know what I'm saying? They tighten up on their policy, you know what I'm saying? So is there an agenda?
And it just now came back that it was positive because I swear when
Yeah.
you take tests in anywhere else, you get your blood work done beforehand. They know at the fight. They know at the fight
That's true.
if you test positive for something.
Yeah, I
You
would
know what I
like
mean?
to
So
see
why
what
is it
the-
now 3
Yeah.
weeks, a month later, now it's coming out she tested positive?
Right.
See, my thing with this, and this is where you being me being Ohio. Most people, all Marcus, you saying this because of Ohio. It's hard to talk on topics like this because I'm gonna support Alycia, but I'm gonna be real too. Because sometimes I tell these fighters too, don't put me in a position where I have to be unbiased for the simple fact, if this the truth, I can't. This is what I mean by that. I can't take one false or positive test like Dillian White and not question and say, well, he just is who he is. And then when it comes to somebody that I rock with, I need to do deeper investigation.
That's
Now,
what I meant, Dylan White too, not Daniel Dubois.
well,
Dylan White.
yeah, Dillian White. I know you're
that's
talking
what
about
I meant.
Dillian White, but you have to be fair. But here's the thing: I've known Alycia for so long through the amateurs. See, that's the thing is that I've been watching this girl come up. I've been seeing her physique. You know what I mean? And to me, it's foolish to even show a physique from 8 years ago to a physique now. We all don't have the same bodies. Even some of us don't even work out. So what does that mean? So it's like they try to reach, and I think where she's at right now, her career, they was waiting for something. Now here's the thing with the conspiracy. It's the timing for me that makes me question the test. Could she be dirty? Absolutely. She could be a dirty fighter, but she talks against it so much. But then the timing of the matter, she's not signed to Matchroom right now.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So and I've actually been in the game long enough to know certain things do happen when you don't sign. You get opponents do get pulled away.
That's what I was getting to.
You
What
do
would be
get
the reason
frozen
that
out.
She all of a sudden tested
I mean,
positive.
listen,
Was there
man.
an agenda?
Well, if you got 4 belts like Devin, we were surprised that Devin actually got the decision over Loma because he wasn't signed with Top Rank. We shouldn't even be in a position to think like that. But we know how the politics work. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I can't really say. I'm gonna put it like this. I'm not gonna be foolish to think that that's not possible. That they could not just say, hey, we can put a false a positive test out there, knowing she wasn't positive. That could definitely be the case. We never really thought about it, but that can happen. It's black males that happen out
You
there,
think
man.
we'll really find out the real answer?
Yeah,
I
she
hope.
tested positive. The fuck? There's no real answer. She tested positive.
Okay,
Now,
but-
first off, let's not be too politically correct. We don't want to interject.
Gotcha.
Y'all being so politically correct, I want to interject. No, the problem is you tested. It could be anything. The word PED is too broad based. It's too big in the umbrella. Because performance, it could be like we had the conversation when we was working out the other day. Why is Formula 44 on the ban list? It's literally a sedative. It puts you to sleep. So what the fuck is that? How's that helping your performance, right? So most of the PEDs is help with recovery, right? That's what it is. So you can work out again and faster and a little longer, so and so, right? Listen, I'm not gonna hide behind the fact that she's from Ohio and I'm personally a fan of hers. You tested positive for a reason. But the thing about the reason I say it is because it could just be over the counter. It's like when somebody say don't eat poppy seeds because sometimes it comes up positive for cocaine. You know what I mean?
Probably should
I
do some
don't.
research
I
on
don't
what
think
she
she.
actually
Listen.
tested positive for.
I don't
'cause-
think she's cheating. I don't think she's deliberately juicing and all of that. I don't believe that. She's not putting on. She's not Barry Bonds her way through success. I don't believe that. You know what I mean? I do. Was the test positive? Probably so. Did they hold it and use it strategically? Absolutely.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
All
exactly.
right, we got to jump into this Spence rematch. This brother has 9 days to declare if he wants to take this rematch or not. What do y'all think? Is he going to exercise it? Because he had 30 days from the fight to exercise his rematch clause. We're on the 20th.
I think Derek James is perfect when he talk about, absolutely, he wants to take that rematch. I think he's perfect. I think
He
he's
said
about
perfect. I ain't
to.
heard that word in a minute.
Me either. That's a
Perfect,
good
man. He
one.
perked-
We bringing
he
that
perked
back.
out.
Hashtag perfect.
He perked out, man. He ain't about to take that rematch, man.
Yeah.
Like to be honest, it goes against Like he will retire him. Let that happen. What we saw happen last time happen again. There's nowhere you go from there, in my opinion. So with that being said, man, I don't think it's smart for him to take the rematch. I don't think he will take the rematch. And I think that we're gonna stall this out, and
They said they was waiting to the last minute.
Yeah, he's gonna stall it out, and then we're gonna see him fight Keith Thurman or some shit.
Yeah, I had a poll on my page, and like 68% of the people said they don't think he's gonna take the rematch. And I said my point was for all the people that had excuses about him being weight drained, if that was the only issue, and he knew the rematch was gonna be at 154, he would have exercised the rematch clause immediately.
Right away.
Right away. So
Just like
that lets you
Loma
know right there that that's not the reason, people. So stop saying that shit.
We looking at it wrong, man. We looking at it wrong.
What's wrong?
If he
bro?
doesn't take the rematch clause, looks like he's scared. It presents itself as fear. It presents itself as he's just better than me and I don't want no smoke. That's what's going through his mind right now. It ain't about strategy or who's better or so-and-so. Unfortunately, perception is reality in this case, and I hate that statement so much because perception is reality. We call it reality. But if he doesn't take the rematch, he lost again. It's like, damn, he beat you. Now you're scared.
Well,
You believe that?
Yes.
That's
I
tough.
think
That's
that's
tough.
That's
kinda-
how it presents itself. Not to us, maybe not to anyone, but to the public. Because what they say, I lost the fight, whatever. I fought him again though.
But they ain't
I
got
ain't
no
scared.
break.
I ain't scared.
This is my thing.
It comes across. This we talking about the public perception and the casual views is like, oh, he whipped your ass. Remember the Americans get back at them. You do it again. Chugga, little engine. Yes, you can. And for you to be like, nah, I don't want no problems. I'm good. I took that whip and I don't want.
Well, I
none.
mean, that's kind
how it's
of
gonna
what, that's
present
kind of what
itself.
I'm saying, though.
I don't
It's
think
like-
Earl was saying that though.
Earl's
think
not
Earl
saying
hasn't
that.
said
We're
shit.
Earl
not
ain't
saying
said
that.
nothing,
Boxers
but
are not saying that.
I think
but
his
that's how
fans
the-
want the rematch. His
That's
hardcore
how the
fans
fans
want the rematch. But casuals and people who actually watch the sport, we don't want. I never
Listen,
condone in
fight
fights
boots,
that's
Spence.
been dominated one side and want to see it again. For
I
example,
don't want to
There's
see
no-
it
there's
again.
no
For
reason.
example, but Devin Haney fought Kambosos. It was a rematch because he dominated Kambosos in the first fight. There was no reason for a second. I didn't even watch the second.
I know what I'm saying. I
So
agree with you.
So I didn't even watch the second. Now people are saying Earl was off, whatever. My thing is when you got a fight like this, you got some people thinking this is career ending if he go back into it, which I don't think so because we said the same thing about Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. We said that I said to have the same stance that I got for Earl Spence right now. Take a tune up. Don't go back
That's
into the
okay.
trilogy.
And so hold on, 2 points.
No.
My first point is if the casual fans or if Errol Spence really excused it was just an off night or it was a weight issue, he would have took the rematch immediately. So I let you know, like, he really got his ass whipped. Because if I just knew I had an off night, I'm gonna be like, oh, we gotta run that back.
It's more about his. It's his team too, though. You got supporters that saying, "Wait a minute, don't react," because you remember the post fight interview. We are off pure emotions. Oh, we running that back, and sometimes they don't. For example, there are certain fights that style wise is just not good for the fighter. He hasn't gotten on.
Right.
Manny Pacquiao didn't go back and fight Jeff Horn.
What
Nobody
is
wants to see
what
it
is
again.
waiting? How does waiting help that situation?
Well, because you still got a deadline. You got 9 days, but he's taking his time. Just take your time. Whenever you
Ain't
think
nobody
about
in
the ass
suspense.
It ain't even
Nobody's
just that.
in
No,
suspense
because
about whether he's gonna take the fucking
it's
rematch.
other options. There's so
Right.
many.
Listen,
It's so many options.
I
man.
told y'all what
people don't
I
take
told
into
y'all what he should
consideration
do.
how much a nigga might be hurting, bro. Like how much
is
damage
hurting.
might have actually did. Like, man, I'm really hurting out here. You know what I'm saying? Should I take the
Feelings
rematch?
is hurt, God.
You know what
I
I'm
keep
saying?
forgetting his feelings
Maybe
is hurt.
physically too,
His
bro. He
pride
done
is
been
hurt.
through 2 accidents.
Listen.
Like, this nigga might be physically
That's
hurt.
why I get it. I get it. But he's waiting. And if he doesn't take the rematch, I don't want to see the rematch.
I don't either.
I don't want to see him. I want him to fight Boots, and then you can talk
See,
about
that's
it.
even crazier.
Ah,
That shit is
See?
nuts.
I
And we got
wanted
a
to
sweet.
see
That's a
that.
perfect
Like,
segue. I'm
like-
glad you said that
Hold
shit.
on, no.
We
We
about
gonna
to
go
pause
with
the
it.
heavyweights because I'm glad he said that nut ass shit. Because my bro
let's go.
Mark is here now. I got somebody with me.
Nah, we're gonna talk on the heavyweights, man. We're gonna run it
All
back.
right.
We're gonna
Man,
run it
y'all
back.
silly, man.
Hey,
I
we
ain't about
can
to-
segue
We gonna
into
set
the
up.
fantasy
Listen, man. We
fights at
setting
the
up
end.
mega
All right, we
fights.
talking about that's a fantasy
Mega
fight. That's
fights.
perfect.
Excuse
Nah,
my
it's not.
misspelling of heavyweights too.
It's
I'ma
all
just,
good.
It's all good. But
Mega fantasy fights.
we're talking about that's gonna be the final topic that we talk about. So we're gonna
Yeah.
save it for there. Now, with that being said,
I got my bro here.
Woo, we
I
back.
got
We
my
back.
nigga here.
We are definitely back,
I got
baby.
my
hey, we're
bro
gonna
here
cook.
with
We're
me.
gonna cook. We're
Yeah.
gonna cook for sure, man.
All right,
So what's up
heavyweights.
with these heavyweights,
Why
man?
aren't they fighting?
What's up with these heavyweights?
No title defense. Oh, this might have been one title defense all year.
How y'all think that Fury fight about to go? Like,
Fuck that fight.
It is a fuck
Who is
that
Fury
fight.
fighting
but,
again?
The
And
MMA dude.
Board. I don't know the
The
name.
MMA dude, the big
It's-
MMA dude.
See, my thing is,
He about to get knocked the
Francis-
fuck out. He gonna
Francis-
run.
my thing is, I don't have no
Francis
problem
Ngannou.
with it. I just got a problem with him still being an active pro fighter. If he
Exactly.
retired, I'm all for it. It's just like y'all holding up the division, man. What are we doing? I get it. It's
Nobody
a money
wants
grab.
to fight Fury for. I mean, Usyk, but that it
Money
was
round.
complications in that, and shit, why not, man? Listen,
Tradition is changing again.
Why not
man.
fighting?
Tradition
Huh?
is changing.
Why not
again.
fighting?
Heavyweights don't
he
move
can't
boxing
fight
no
him,
more.
huh?
Tradition is changing. Heavyweights don't move boxing no more. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. The Joshua fight was trash. I don't care about Francis Ngannou. I don't care about Fury. This is the first time, and we love heavyweights. Heavyweights are superheroes. They 6'7", they big, they gigantic. It's watching the Clash of the Titans. No one wants to see it. There's no magnetic personalities left. There's no one want to see. Deontay Wilder would be the closest, but there's no one left. There's no up. How much time we've been in boxing? There's been no up and coming, no prospect, no nothing. Even when we was manufacturing the David Tours of the world, we was like, oh wow, there's nothing there to talk about in heavyweights.
You think that's just in America, or is it that's nationwide?
That shit
'Cause
is not
Joshua's still
nationwide. That
selling.
shit is global wide.
They sell us
Joshua-
those.
Oh yeah, I
overseas,
think because
fighters.
it's might be
Who you
more
want
of
to see
America.
Joshua fight?
I think it's more of America.
Who you want to see
Wilder.
Joshua
Wilder.
fight? Wilder.
Wilder,
Why?
yeah.
So we can watch him get beat the fuck up? That's what we watch.
No,
him.
because
Yeah.
that's,
We know
that's
that,
a fight
but
we've been
there's a-
wanting.
there's
Yeah,
a-
so he
there's
can
a-
beat
Our
him up.
culture wants to see.
So we can see we can beat
A
him
lot
up.
of our
That's what I
culture
wanna
wants to see AJ
Listen.
like get obliterated. Like he
Yeah.
hasn't got for real though.
And it ain't
because
personal, it's just
it's
his
not
fans,
personal.
bruh.
It's just like, I want to see him get his ass beat
Listen.
because he's not that
Look
good.
at it.
Exactly.
Right.
It's not that. I want to
it.
see him get his ass beat by a
You know
nigga
what
that's
it
not
is?
that good.
You know what that
You know
is?
what I mean?
Turn that into a reel.
You know what
man.
that
I need to
is?
send that to some of his fans.
You know what
man.
that is? I don't want no one to get hurt, but I want to watch the car wreck.
Yeah,
I don't
know
want
what
no
you're
one to
saying.
die, but I want to watch. That's what I'm gonna watch with Wilder.
yeah.
Like, you know what? Take the fight. Make us some money.
Please. You
That's
gotta
what's going to
get
happen.
paid, baby.
That's what it's going to be. When is he going to put them down?
Right.
How fast can Joshua run?
I ran into one of them niggas try to bet me
see,
last
man.
night.
Fuck
He
outta
still don't
here.
want that smoke. You know what I'm saying? I
Fuck
said,
outta here.
bet the Wilder and Joshua. He like, I'm trying to figure out the bet. Nah,
Bet
nigga,
the
bet
Joshua
it.
watch.
I
Is
think
it even going to happen?
the more we-
Joshua don't want these problems, man.
Yeah, I think the more we watch Joshua try to get tune-up fights, he doesn't look like he's
Exactly.
going to get better. And Wilder is looking more and clearer to me that he's going to win that fight. I've always thought he would, even if when they was undefeated. I never thought that AJ possessed anything. But yeah, it's his confidence level to me with AJ. AJ going to another trainer. I mean, he coming all the way to America.
James can't say
You know, and I don't even think Derrick James. Hold on, my personal opinion. No disrespect to Derrick James. I haven't seen anything he has done to change AJ. It's just more of a different look.
It's still early, dog. Like you
Watch
can't
Man,
expect
not at the second
Man,
fight.
you
Watch that,
cannot
AJ.
expect a nigga to change his whole fighting style.
I-
That's like saying
hold on.
Ryan gonna come back and
But
look
I'm with you.
crazy.
It's like
No,
you
no,
make you
fight.
too
No,
hesitant,
I'm with
though.
you. I'm with you. That's the whole reason why I don't like fighters going to different camps, because it's all about chemistry. Look at Derrick James now. Some people are criticizing him, saying, "Well, Earl didn't look too good. He got
didn't make
maybe
no
because he got too many fighters in his camp. He got Ryan. He got all. Now they talking about all the fighters this guy got, and now it's like
Listen.
it's a distraction.
Don't nobody say
Which
that
could-
about Coach Cal. I want to see Coach Cal and Derrick
Which
James.
could I don't like. Hold on, I'm gonna say this.
Coach
I don't like the fact that
Derrick James.
I don't like the fact that Bomac got Eugene. What's his name? Banks. Banks. Chris Eubanks.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That don't mean that's gonna work.
Yeah.
Because he
Yeah,
had
chemistry,
Crawford.
yeah.
That,
also had
I'm
Amir
big on
Khan.
that. I'm big on that.
Chemistry plays a big
Khan,
role.
that didn't work out.
I'm a huge fan of chemistry, and it's something that matters. You know what I mean? I was actually working with a fighter, and I was like, this is not going to work. Just because we're butting heads too much. You have to go over there. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's not even about training styles. It's just about recognition, not even obedience, but listening to me to get it. Like, I don't like the way you talk to me a bunch of different things. Listen, Derrick James got trained a year. Errol Spence made it look like he didn't deserve it. Not from training methods, but because there was no adjustments.
None.
There was no adjustment.
It never has
There was
been,
no brilliancy in the
was
corner.
nothing he could do.
Like, yo, you have to do this. Yo, you have to do that. That bothered me, and I agree with what Tarver said about it. Like, yo, you got to do something here. Your man is getting the shit beat out of him, God.
Like, I'm
do
trying,
something, right?
coach.
Yeah, whatever. So, you know what I mean? As far as Joshua, what's he gonna come over here? Listen, we're trying to train, and what we're trying to train is you gotta make muscle memory stronger than habits. You got that's what you really gotta do. You gotta relearn habits. Anthony Joshua's habits are so ingrained in him that even with James Training, our last fight, he was doing the same fucking thing. We're yelling at the screen like, Joshua, throw the right hand. I'm yelling like, what the fuck? You can't see this? Yeah. He's like,
I
well,
don't
you
believe
know,
that
lady,
we trying to get round
this,
shit either.
man,
Like,
shit. I'm not trying to hear that shit.
Nah.
Go get
All
round as
right.
you can.
Shakur, who's next?
So who's next for Shakur?
Shakur's too good to get a fight.
Facts.
I
Shakur's
think
too good to get a fight.
This
No
is
one wants
something
to
that I've
fight.
heard. I don't know how true it is. I've heard Frank Martin is in negotiations. This is. I mean, I don't see why not though. This is
Cross promotion is not big enough fight.
As you said, it's
Simple.
not a big enough.
Cross promotions would be a
I
problem.
think with the amount of bark Shakur's doing, he's building a fan base that people are going to tune in. That's what I see happening. Maybe not with the cross
It's not a big
promotion,
fight.
but
They probably saying that because it's like Spence fighter and Crawford's boy, you know what I'm saying, like the lower weight class, but I don't see that fight happening next.
not next. Who do y'all think is a good fight for him next? Then
I mean, bring Navarrete up.
Ferrate is definitely I mean, I really, Lomachenko, that would have
Yeah,
been
that's
great
the
for him
one.
because I was telling people when I was consistent with this, I would have loved to see him and Devin, but I think Devin would have been taking a step back because of where the fighters that he has already fought compared to Shakur. I wanted Shakur to get that one big fight, then we can talk about a Devin. And that's Loma is no better fighter than Loma. Common opponent with Devin. He needs that type of fight.
We've seen
to
that fight already.
No, not with Shakur.
Listen, we've seen that fight. Lomo and Shakur is Spence and Crawford.
Loma is Shakur.
Lomo and Shakur is Spence and Crawford. He gonna make Lomo look like a
No,
fucking
but
idiot.
that's
Listen.
my hold on. This is the business part of it you got to understand though.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm Shakur's team, we take that fight, dominate, we look better. We force Devin's hand now.
Yeah, I
because
get it.
now we actually talking about we did something a little bit better. Look what the narrative was with Crawford and Porter. Crawford said, I beat Porter, I knocked him out, I stopped him. That bothered Earl. Earl made that fight. That was one
I
of the
get it.
reasons
No,
why Earl
it
made that
It makes
fight.
sense.
Yeah.
It
Earl
makes
walked
sense.
out on
And
that fight,
listen,
too.
it makes sense in the business room. It does. You got to get the name. You got to get the name. You got to get the following. You got it. You know what I mean? Shakur's gonna beat the shit out of Lomachenko.
I don't think so though. I don't
But
think.
get the fuck out of here.
Nah,
he gonna be
I
dancing around
I
him.
think
It's
I
gonna
think
be like-
Shakur wins, but it's
listen,
not going to be like we
Yeah,
thought
okay.
Devin was going. Did you not think
No.
Devin was going? You never thought Devin was going to outclass Loma?
No.
You didn't think so?
I didn't. I was surprised by what I seen.
I thought he
to
was
be
going to
honest.
outclass Loma
I
a little
didn't think
bit.
he
I
would
thought
do
it would be
that.
competitive.
I thought it would be a more
but it'd be-
competitive fight from what I seen. True indeed, like my cup was going upside down a lot that night. But even watching it back, like I seen him outpoint him. I see him just with his jab.
So it was a clear
So you
win.
still see that? Because a lot of people watched it back and
Look
saw
at
it
Haney's
different.
skill set.
I saw it a little different
Yeah.
when you're not listening to the crowd and when you're not listening to stuff, but I still feel like he won that fight. It wasn't as close as a lot of people said it was. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people did not want to see Devin win, and when you listen to it
Shout
without
out
the
to
sound,
Smoke Session Sports and Entertainment. I see you.
yeah, when you see it without the sound, it gives you like, okay, man, he did a little bit better. Now, I thought it was going to be close. I mean, I thought it was going to be closer than what it was. I thought it was going to be
in hindsight, that's what
clash.
happened.
Yeah.
In
Chess
hindsight,
match.
Lomachenko did better than we thought. That doesn't mean you won. You just
Yeah.
did better than you
That's what
thought.
I- that's what I feel.
You know what I mean? You did better than you thought. Listen,
I thought it was two elite fighters, and that's what we got.
So what? We got two elite fighters doing what? It was a still. Listen, regardless of that
You
shit.
ain't giving that man credit for
Listen,
nothing.
I give him
Loma?
credit. I'm not giving.
He did his
I
thing
give.
for
I give
sure.
all the.
Loma,
Listen, I give
Loma
him
was
all
snapping
the
the
credit.
head back more.
I
But
give him all the credit in the world, but we talking about him fighting Shakur.
All right, y'all.
We
Crawford.
get all the Crawford in the world, but Shakur's gonna beat him up.
Again, man, excuse my typo.
Loma is-
I got these niggas
Crawford
at
and
186.
Canelo fighting at
and not-
186.
Man, listen, super middleweight, man. Y'all excuse me, man. I
It's
got
all
I got
good.
kids, man. They get to distract me.
I got you.
Hey,
Nonetheless, though, like,
So
man,
Crawford daring to be great. He said he want the winner.
they both on it though. That's the beautiful thing. Like,
Yeah.
when y'all see this fight happening?
Canelo said he'd take the fight now.
Yeah.
When?
He did.
didn't say
I
that.
seen multiple sources that said.
Oh, I ain't seen him say it.
He gave his prerequisites.
He said he wasn't coming down. I ain't hear him. You know what I'm
He
saying?
gave his prerequisites, and Crawford approved. So with that being, Canelo gave his prerequisites. Crawford approved. Like,
Canelo's
to me,
prerequisites, his rod is like this long. Pause. Like he always has so much you have to loops and to go through.
hey man, the nigga,
But,
he
you
ready
know.
to make that fight happen because that's another big notch on his belt. Like you get that
who?
fight and then, huh?
For who's
Crawford.
Oh, okay.
Crawford,
Man, you can't- man,
Crawford
that
in a
ain't-
position where he has no choice but to try to take that fight because he's at 147. He's looking at 154. There's really nothing to big fights. Tim is a belt.
I was gonna say,
WBO. I like that fight for him,
Yeah,
but
me too.
36.
it's like then you got to wait for Jamel. Hope Jamel win. It's like
That's what I was just about
so I
to
was
say.
like,
I was
yeah.
about to say we're taking away the
He want
fact
the next
because
undisputed.
if we're not even taking the fact, what if Jamel wins? What if he wins that fight?
Then he
walks
come
away?
back down.
That's what I'm
Come
saying.
on back down to the party.
I'm ready to see. I'm ready to see what happens
So
with that.
does Crawford fight Zoo and Charlo to try to go undisputed?
If you want to stay active, you're gonna have to fight Tim.
Yeah.
I wouldn't wait until the winner of them, unless that fight could be like in what, March, April. I mean,
I
we
mean,
can get
they
that.
only fighting 2 months after he fought. So
Who,
I mean,
Tim?
No, Crawford. I mean Charlo and Canelo.
Yeah. So it'll be right
So
around
it's still
time. Okay,
close,
you're right.
yeah.
You're right. So
You know what
I like the fight, but I think what came to this, Terrence Crawford was like saying, telling Tank, hey, come on up 2 weight classes, dare to be great. Then he had to think to himself too, I need to dare to be great as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is the stuff we've been saying. This is the stuff I've been telling Charlo, Jamal, before he went through his mental. He needed to go to 168 and start capturing some of those belts before Canelo became undisputed. I don't understand it. I'm like, I'm big on jumping 2 weight classes. Don't get me wrong. That is a big thing. But you got to dare to be great. You got to go out there and make big fights for yourself. Look, we thought Demetrius Andrade, look how long he been fighting, and we can't even name a big fight this man didn't have where we felt like it was 50-50. That's sad.
Who?
That's a sad thing.
Who?
So
How does Crawford Canelo
so
look
who
in
can you
the
say?
ring?
Nah, who?
You talking about Andre?
That's again, like I said, who? Because like he's no big fights. Who? Who's that?
How does Crawford Canelo look in the ring? If they get in the ring, how does that fight play out? What does it look like?
Floyd,
Floyd.
Canelo.
man,
Nah,
I'm definitely rooting for Crawford. It's gonna come down to the respect of power. Can Crawford power come up to 168? Yeah, I'm saying that. Can Crawford? Because you got to think about it. So you so fast to think. We just
Man,
think. Hold on. You got to respect durability. I've always been a fan of durability too. Canelo been hit by Triple G, and he rolled
got a
that. He
chin.
rolled them
And
shots.
Bivol at
And Bivol, he
175.
rolled with those shots.
Canelo has a proven
Y'all
chin,
can't
bro.
tell me that he's just Crawford coming up to 168 and he just cracking
I
something.
think he gonna wear him out. What was Canelo's last fight?
Ryder.
It's gonna look like that.
One thing I'm gonna tell you that Crawford.
But on Canelo.
One thing I'm gonna tell you what Crawford is going to do.
Canelo's gonna survive, but he's gonna be beat the fuck up.
Let me tell you one thing.
Yes.
Let me tell you one thing
He
that.
is. That's what he gonna look
Let me
beat
tell
the
you
fuck
one
up
thing
to
that
me.
Canelo can do because I'm playing devil's advocate. He can counter. Crawford ain't about to just be throwing a whole bunch of punches. He's smart too, but Canelo could counter.
He got
And
too much
hold
in
on,
the
when you got
bag
two
for that.
great counter punchers, sometimes those styles can be boring.
Very
That's
boring.
almost like Danny Garcia and Adrian Broner. I kept telling people about those styles. That is not it's good names, but it's gonna stank up the joint if nobody ain't gonna be the aggressor.
I think Terrence is gonna.
That's just
adjust.
my opinion on it.
I
So
think
check-
he's gonna adjust.
You know what?
to-
Remember what we said? I'm sorry, Flight. Remember
No,
what we
go
said
ahead.
before? And I said Crawford needs to thank Spence for what he did. You know what I'm saying? He gave him, you know what I mean, a reason to level up. He gave him a goal. We got to see the best Crawford because Spence was who he was, and he needs to be very thankful for Spence for that. Not many people get that opportunity in life. This Canelo will do that again with Crawford. If it wins, goes by Canelo. If he doesn't knock Crawford out, he loses. He has to go in and be the aggressor and pick Crawford down. Say, you can't carry his way as so-and-so. If it turns to a straight boxing match, listen, Canelo's defense is back, bend at the waist, pivot out. That's his go-to defense. I recognize it. So I know his step back, bend at the waist, pivot out. That's what he goes to all the time, right? So if he doesn't stop Crawford and make Crawford like, yeah, you too little, get the fuck out of here. Because I'll tell y'all again, okay, what your girlfriend tell you, size matters. You know what I mean? There's a difference. But if not, Crawford is going to pepper shot and beat him up. Crawford's going to be in the best shape of his life for Canelo.
And here's
We
the
might
thing.
see two versions of Crawford. It might be the two best back-to-back performances we ever see if Crawford take the Canelo
And here's
fight.
the thing: he can have a great performance and not get a stoppage. I want people to say that, understand that too. He don't have to stop Canelo in order to get.
I don't expect
because
him to
I
stop.
think
expect him to
He's not
stop.
gonna
yeah,
stop.
because
He's
at
gonna
the,
go the
I
distance.
said this
He's
with
gonna go
Victor
the distance.
Postal. He played it was a beautiful game plan with Victor Postal, even Ray Beltran, and a few other names where he went the distance. You can look good and not get the knockout. So that's just my opinion on it. I think I like the fight. I definitely like the fight.
I love the fight.
It's a good fight.
I mean,
Now let's
That's a
make it.
fight out. There's not a fight out now. I would rather see more.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. And
No,
that's the
there
fact.
is. There
Perfect
is.
segue.
Because now we're going into the fantasy fights. There's got to
The
be
mega
something.
fantasy
You gotta-
fights.
The fantasy fight. This is for
Is
the
it the
casuals.
double weight classes?
Hey, oh man. Let's go.
The mega
I
fantasy
I want to
fight.
see.
I
You
got
know
two.
my
I got
mega,
two.
You know my
So.
mega fantasy fight?
Oh.
Ali and Tyson. Ali and Tyson, man. Who?
That's like the stereotypical.
I don't care. Let's
barbershop.
talk
Yeah.
about it.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about it.
I got
Ali wins.
Yeah,
I got Ali. I got Ali.
wins. Ali frustrates the shit out of Mike. Ali has seen
That's
Mike
if
before.
he gets past that.
Hold
first.
on, God. Hold on.
Against
Ali
Big-
Ali go.
Ali's seen Mike before. His
Many of them.
name was Joe Frazier. His name was Early Shaver. He's seen Mike before. Mike has never seen Ali.
Yeah.
And Mike
will
has
probably
never
agree,
seen
too.
Ali. Ali's in here like, oh, I seen you before. I seen you before. And if we playing into the mental warfare, Ali might be able to get to Mike a little bit. He's seen it. He said, I fought George Foreman. Oh, you big dummy? Oh, you're not even as big as George. You know what I'm saying? Ali's seen it. Yo, you just like Ernie. You just like so-and-so. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that's what happens. You know, I want to see some
Hold on.
current and
Let's,
old.
before we
ahead.
go, what are your predictions for that fight? We just got to make it short and simple. Elevated predictions. So
Ali,
if you
Tyson.
ask me, Ali, I would have Tyson in 4.
The
Tyson
disrespect
and
is
Yeah.
so crazy.
I don't
That's
care.
crazy.
Say-
The
say
Let me ask you. Let me ask you. Let me
So
ask you.
crazy.
Hey.
Disrespect is
Nah,
so
that's,
crazy.
that's
Hold
not.
on,
We ain't
hey,
gonna talk about
hold
it.
on,
We're
y'all.
just
No,
gonna give our
I got one
predictions. We're
question
gonna
to
give
help
our
me make my
predictions.
decision up.
Yeah.
Are we talking about 15 like back in the day or 12 like before?
12.
12?
12. Damn, this kid.
Hit that record button. Hit the, just
Talking
hit
about
record.
15 to 12. Is that what we talking about? 15 to 12.
15 to 12. Yeah.
15 rounds like they did
I
before.
don't care
or
if it
12
was
rounds?
10. I'm gonna give you my opinion. When y'all ready,
Go ahead.
Ali frustrates Tyson. I think Ali was going to use Tyson's aggression against him.
We gotta hold on. Time out before you go deep. We just gotta get the predictions.
Oh,
Because we got
oh.
everybody got to get.
I got you, bro. Yeah, I got
Ali.
Ali. I got Ali. I got
Ali, what? The distance.
Yeah, distance.
Yeah,
I
all
got
right.
Ali
Same.
distance.
Same. Yeah.
Ali, distance.
All right, now y'all gotta go into y'all's fantasy fights.
Now I got to go into one of my
Just
mega
one.
fantasy
Just
That's
fight.
a
one.
whole bunch.
Just
Mega
one.
fantasy fight.
Just one.
I got Crawford and Floyd.
Crawford and Floyd.
That's a
James.
good
Yeah, that's
one.
definitely
Crawford
a good
and
one.
Bud and Floyd.
You know, I'm gonna go a little different. I'm gonna say Nassim, Prince Nassim against Floyd Mayweather at 135.
135.
Yeah, 135. I like that. I like that fight.
What do you like about that fight?
Prince is
I
my
don't want
guy.
to see him dance.
Prince
you
was
like
my
about that
guy, man. That's what.
Pretty boy watch.
You're going to dance yourself into an ass whooping.
Oh, yo, hold on,
Floyd
hold on,
gonna stay
hold
in
on,
that shell and go
hold
like
on,
this and keep
hold on,
walking
hold on
to
now, hold on. The same way he was Emmanuel Augustus was a dancer.
Nobody gives a fuck about
Man,
Emmanuel
cut
Augustus
it
except on
out,
clips.
man. Cut
Listen,
it out.
y'all. So
He was different,
Emmanuel
though.
No,
Augustus is
but
somehow
he's still-
comparable to Floyd?
No,
Besides
Emmanuel
the fact they
Augustus
both
is
have
comparable to
two arms.
Nassim Ahmed. They was
Man.
dancers in the ring, bro.
Okay. Yeah, Wayne could actually dance.
Ahmed
a little
was
bit, I
drunken.
guess.
Like,
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
had
but
a
still,
whole-
it's similar. It was still
I'm trying to
similar
hear that
because
shit, son.
Nassim wasn't just no fighter. It was just that he performed at a high level, bro. He fought
it'd be
people.
entertaining.
So he wasn't
Nothing
just coming
else.
out like Adrian Broner
Nas
and then
Nassim
went
bar?
down. Nah, he stood up. For it. He fought for a long period of time.
What's the Nas bar about Nassim?
He says first he thought I was the Prince, not the
Nassim.
boxer, Nassim, but I'm the mobster, Nas from Queens.
I had to sneak a shout out to the hood. Listen, man. You know what? Let me say something out. How about and this literally just popped in a second ago. How about Roy Jones, Sugar Ray? I wanted to say Roy Jones and Canelo because I really think that'd be an entertaining fight. A Roy Jones and Canelo in their prime. I think that'd be a great
At
fight.
what weight class?
I
Roy
don't
will
give a fuck.
smoke
I don't give a fuck what Roy beats him up at.
You said Royal
Roy
Smoke
can
Canelo.
smoke that, but he had to
Smoke
fight
him like
about
a Swisher.
168.
Yeah,
You
Ali,
talking about-
Yeah.
Tyson Fury.
Ali and Fury.
that's a good one.
It seemed disrespectful, but it's like really.
What is it going to be?
He can move.
What's Fury's greatest strength? Not get knocked out, willing to take a beating. What is Fury's greatest strength? What is Fury's greatest strength? Really?
His IQ.
His IQ?
Yeah.
I think his defense overrated, man. I think it's
Man,
the
listen,
same.
let me
as
tell y'all
Spence.
niggas something, man.
Huh?
Stop.
You said it's not.
Fury's top 10 boxer, heavyweight boxer all time?
Yeah.
Is he top? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
So he's better than Joe Louis? Don't fucking look over there. He's better than Joe Louis?
No.
He's better than who? Who are
Niggas
your
think they
top
gonna
10?
talk to you while we
Who are
recording.
your top 10? Let me ask you something. Let me ask this. Since we have a lot of, how about Lennox Lewis and Fury?
Lennox Lewis, my dude. And who?
Lennox Lewis and Tyson Fury.
Man, he a smoke Fury, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Because he
Hell
would
yeah.
fight Fury how Wilder was supposed to fight him, right?
Yeah.
He would use the height appropriately, right? Now, is that what y'all think?
That jab. I mean,
He said
and that
top
straight
10, dog. Y'all,
top 10.
Nah, I
Yeah,
never know that.
Fury in the top 10
Fury's top 10
heavyweights.
what?
I say yes.
Name them.
I will put him at that. Come
what
on,
you
we're
gonna
supposed
say,
to
he's
be at
10?
fantasy now.
It's 10.
I know we supposed to be.
Hey, yo, listen.
He be turning it
Hey,
into
yo,
some
listen,
You can't hate on, you can't hate on
Flight's-
Fury, man.
Flight's
He
gonna-
turned it into some
listen,
shit he can
Flight's
argue
gonna
about.
Flight's gonna post a top 10 heavyweight. She actually gonna have a reel. We're gonna film it today.
Let's do it. I'm
Her
with
doing
that.
her top
With
10.
that.
Yeah.
Her doing her top 10 heavyweights. And y'all can all laugh with me, because somewhere near in that 10 is gonna be Tyson fucking Fury. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, what is he gonna be? He's got to be 10. Just fucking start at 10, because he's not better than who? Name one heavyweight that we appreciate that you see Tyson Fury better than. That the culture admires, and you say Tyson Fury is better than him.
Deontay Wilder.
Nobody fucking admires. Who the fuck
Yes, they
likes this
do.
dude?
Yes, they do.
He got the longest.
Pause.
What's he got the
Whatever you
longest?
about to say behind that pause. He's not.
You said that people
Nah,
admire. I'm using
pre-pause.
your words.
Pre-pause, pause that.
I'm
But
using
he got-
your words.
He got the longest. What does he got? What's his record for heavyweight? Like the longest.
Knockout streak.
Knockout streak.
Nah, not knockout streak. He got the most title defenses, don't he? Like, but
Who?
second, Deontay Wilder.
He got, I think he tied. I think tied, or he got the most 10.
So, I mean,
10
you
title
gotta say
defenses.
something.
10
know what
title
I'm
That's
saying?
your words. I'm saying
All
that
right.
people admire him, and he's better
Because
than him.
let me ask you this, because I always get a topic. Is Deontay Wilder a product of a lack of heavyweight talent? It's
A
his
black-
success.
That's not his fault.
I'm not asking that. I'm just asking that.
That's
It's
like
his
saying
success.
Clarissa Shields is saying.
It's
That's why I'm
success
putting him in the
based
same. That's
on
why
the
I'm putting him
fact
in the
that
same.
it's a deficit right now. It's a deficit of heavyweight talent. Is his success based on the deficit of heavyweight talent?
It's kind of
say
my
that
thing
about
is
all of them
no. My
right
thing.
now.
Hold on. My
Nah,
thing.
I can't say that
The
about
answer to
everyone.
listen. The answer to that is kind of hard to answer that because in a way, look at Klitschko. He reigned for a
The
decade.
most boring reign.
He
ever.
ran. I mean, we can't just shit on every heavyweight
Klitschko
because he
beat Fury.
reigned. You got to give Klitschko a lot of credit because at the end of the day, what makes Wilder so special, everybody talked about him just having punching power. It wasn't like we seen a guy that was versatile and give you different things. He still had a great jab, but he made it.
Who had a great jab?
Who?
Wilder?
Wilder got a good jab. When he uses
Yeah, he
it, he
do.
does got a good jab. But he
It's
beat.
like having a fast car with no gas.
But hold on,
What
let
the
me
fuck?
go. Let me finish. Let me go back. Even when you go back to the amateurs, he started late, and then he beat a Cuban to
We
win
can't
bronze
keep
medal.
using that, man. We can't keep using you chose to be here. We can't keep saying
No. You
oh,
ain't.
he
You
started
just
late.
cut.
At
You
this
ain't even.
point,
You ain't even
his
listen to me.
experience,
You just.
right. Go ahead.
You ain't even listen to
Go
me
ahead.
because
You're
I
right.
said
You're right.
something.
Go ahead.
I said he beat a Cuban. Cubans don't lose. Most of them win gold medals. He beat a Cuban for a bronze, and he started late. You don't beat Cubans
huge
in
Cuban
the
fighter fan.
amateurs
I'm a huge Cuban
starting late in your boxing career. So he's got like a Bible type of story with this guy who only has power. He started off late. I mean, you can make a movie about a heavyweight like Deontay Wilder. You're not going to find that many guys who you call one-dimensional and become a world champion and have 10 title defenses.
I love the
It's
way
not
that
gonna happen.
Somehow that he equated Wilder with the Bible.
Y'all see,
love the way
we was talking about
he
Fury
found
here.
a
I
way
let y'all
to
finish,
sneak
but we was talking
Yes, the
about
Bible.
Fury.
Get his
A
back,
guy
get
with
his back.
power. A guy with power.
All of a
We're supposed to be
sudden,
Like
talking about
this
Samson.
man is
Yeah.
now Samson.
Fantasy fights.
We're
Y'all-
supposed to be saying
Did y'all
that.
name your
You
fantasy
had lots,
fight? I
by
don't think
the
you
way.
named your fantasy
Samson.
fight.
You
bro.
ain't named it and you ain't named yours.
I
I
said
said
Wild.
a
I said
couple. I said-
Crawford
I said
and
Crawford
Floyd.
That is so
I
funny,
said
man.
Roy and Canelo. I said
yeah, you said
I
that.
wanted to say Roy and Floyd. I mean Sugar.
And you
Sugar
said,
Ray.
I said Ali, Tyson Fury versus
Prince
Tyson Fury.
Nassim.
Prince Nassim, Floyd Mayweather.
Nobody won Sugar Ray Robinson and Sugar Ray Leonard.
No.
Nah, that's too.
He dominates.
One-dimensional.
Yeah, he
That's
dominates
crazy.
him.
Who dominates who? Who dominates who?
I'm gonna give y'all a fun one. Marcos Madonna.
Sean Porter.
Yeah, Sean Porter. That's what I was about to say, Sean Porter. Or Miguel Cotto versus Sean Porter.
Till this day, somebody's, sports sessions, sports entertainment. He said, "What up, Marcus?"
What's good, man? Yeah, Marcos Madonna, Sean Porter, or Miguel Cotto, Sean Porter.
Ugly ass. Them ain't fantasy. Like this a fantasy like scrappy
Mega
match.
War,
series.
man. You
Yeah.
talking about, yeah, it's gonna
Mega
be.
fantasy fights.
I want to see some prettier shit than that. But I would watch that. For
Speaking
sure.
on the comment, I see Jared Anderson. Where's he at?
Jared Anderson.
On the what heavyweight list?
Where's he at?
Nowhere.
Where's he at right now? Where's he
I mean,
at?
on the heavyweights list, I
He's
give him.
he's one of the top prospects
I
right
know that, but
now.
where's he at? Is he a champion?
He's still
No,
working.
no, no.
After
He
his last
got a lot of shit to
performance,
work on.
yeah, he got a lot to
You
work
know, he's
on.
not
Like,
champion.
it's there.
I don't-
The potential is there.
I think where he
but
need- he's-
I don't
he's-
want people to rush his process.
Is he the
Defense.
next? Is he
I've been
the?
saying the
I mean,
same
actually,
shit.
let me
You
put it
have.
this way.
You've been saying that
I'm
shit.
asking one question. Is he the next great heavyweight?
He could be.
Potentially.
Absolutely, he
Look at
could
that
be.
potentially shit. Everybody
No, he
listen,
could.
potentially.
It's easy to
potentially I
say
can go
that
dunk
when
again.
you got a
But-
knockout streak.
No,
and
let me tell
and
you
they're
why.
building you up.
Let
It's
me-
easy to say you're a great prospect when they building
But
you
you can't.
up.
But here's the
Because
thing,
his
though. I'm
age,
with
too.
you, Flight. But you can't do that with every heavyweight. That's what he not seeing. We talking about Jared. He ain't talking about no other prospects in America that we got. We talking about
It's
Jared
hard to say that
because
though.
it's,
When he get in front of who did he fight last? What's his name?
he
Mike
fought
Tyson,
no
dude.
Chris. Well, he
Marius.
fought Martin. I said Christy Martin. Charles Martin. He fought Charles Martin.
Martin.
Oh yeah, Martin. He fought Martin. They fought.
When he fought an old ass, wore the fuck out Martin,
Yeah.
and
Why we got to put old behind it? Like
because I mean,
Most of the heavyweights are old.
No,
they're
because-
older
no,
now.
because
they're at their decline.
This
They're not
year-
at their peak, man. You're
this
not
year,
fighting the best
most of the
Martin.
old fighters has been looking good. 37-year-olds. We
because
talking
they're
about
choosing their
47.
fights wisely. That's why.
I'm
That's
talking-
why.
I'm just
They're-
not calling them
they're,
old.
They're
I
placing
think
their
athletes
careers
are-
together.
Charles Martin is way better than he was when he won the world title. His
He
experience.
keep getting better. That's the funny
got
thing.
better.
And
keep
he's
getting better.
looking good,
Yeah.
but it's against it's because of the names he's fighting. Like, okay, you're doing good against this person. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it doesn't like
He's a
it
respectable
made him
heavyweight.
look better, and it made Jared Anderson not as good as we thought he was. And it shows that he needs what he needs to tune up on, what he needs to work on. That's what I seen when
No,
I
that's
seen
cool.
him
I
fight.
think
I'm not
that-
taking nothing from him,
I think
but it's just like, okay,
the narrative is
now that
always
you
the
got
same,
somebody
though.
who got the experience, who can go these rounds with you, he pushed you to your limit.
That's
Like,
good.
we watched
It
him
was
push
good
him
to
his
see that.
limit.
I want to see him go through
I
those
wanted to see that
adversities
too.
because if he dominates Charles, what they
Now,
say, he
okay,
ain't fighting
so
nobody. An
what
old
if-
Charles
what
that
if-
didn't give him
what
nothing.
if
Come
the-
on, man. We
What
know
if
the
they start
narrative.
like? What if they say, okay, let's give the people what they want to see, and he goes out there with an Andy Ruiz. What do we see happen then?
He goes out there against an Andy
That's the
Ruiz.
perfect. That's the perfect
Yeah.
fight for him. Go get it.
It's not, because he's
I
gonna
mean,
get
he's
wore the
gonna
fuck out,
get lose.
and
He gonna lose
he's
right
gonna get
now.
hurt.
But the thing is, we
He
keep
got
forgetting
hurt by
about
Martin.
the thing. We
He gonna
keep
beat
forgetting
up
about
Joshua.
Jared Anderson. He's at least 12 years younger than all these guys.
My point
So when you
exactly.
say, can he be the next heavyweight, you got to think by the time he's 28, 29, these guys are out of here.
He's gonna have season
So he-
in the game, and he's gonna
yeah.
be big dog. So that's
So,
why potentially
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
But you gotta understand too,
Okay,
man.
let me ask you
with
that.
these
Define
mentally,
that-
they can. It takes one loss
Yeah.
to a fighter to lose itself, and then we see what they're made of. Once they
Define it.
take that loss,
Yeah.
man, we see where they go from there.
Or have a bad performance.
In
Or
this
have a
case,
bad
listen.
performance, yeah.
In this case, define potentially. We talking potentially on talent based, or potentially on timing. He's gonna be next great heavyweight because the timing, potentially next great heavyweight because the timing is perfect for him,
His talent-
or
he's talented
potentially
as
the next
hell.
great heavyweight because his talent is going to be there.
And I ain't even gonna say talent. It's his everything. It's the package. Period. His size, his charisma. It's everything. His story. Like
He's
to me,
different, too.
He's
His
packaged
style-wise,
different than
he's
most of
different
these
wise.
guys that's out here. You know what I mean? They're older. He's the young blood. He wet behind the ears.
I get it. You
but
know,
yet
I
making
love playing
noise
the advocate.
early.
I love playing the advocate and hearing your opinions and sparking these, helping these conversations go. But next great heavyweight, yes. I hate to say it. That's why I suck my teeth at the potential word. Potentially is there, but it's all not based on anything else but progression. Like at this point now, I need to see more progression. I can't just keep saying, "Yo, it's there, it's there." I just want to need to see progression. You start tapping into your talent. I need to see it. Like, okay, it's not there, but I can see it. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I need now from him. I need to be like, "Yo, you ain't nailed it." What's the young man that played whatever role? And Oprah was like, "It's there. It's not. I can see it, but it's not here yet." And that's what I feel about Jared Anderson. I feel everything is there and it's lined perfectly for him.
You
But
got
it's
to
all
be able to make
predicated off his-
adjustments when you get hit with certain shots. That's what change. That's what make you elite from other, becoming a contender from a prospect. You got to be able to do that. I've seen a lot of guys who was at the top getting hit with the same shots. I remember Jesse Vargas in a Saddam Ali fight. Saddam seemed like he just could not could not stop the right hand from coming for some odd reason. I'm like, bro, you got to practice on that. You should have been practice on that. So
That shit made
you
me
want to see
think of-
adjustments when it comes to Jared, man. Jared.
Yeah, like Tank, right? He really threw the same shot 3 times.
Yeah,
Like,
he wasn't supposed to get hit that many times with Charles. I was like, whoa, he keep getting hit with the shot. But
it is.
like, shout out to Alex. He been saying that because I've seen him get hit. But my thing was, I was downplaying it. Like, I need to see him get touched a little bit. But he been saying he getting touched too much. And now when the Charles Martin fight come, everybody looking at Alex like,
hey, yo, I'm
You know what I'm
gonna
saying?
jump. I'm gonna go back. Why did you say the Floyd and Bud fight?
Because I think if you look at Floyd's style, Bud is everything you want for an adversary. Long arms. Anybody that you would design that you would think would beat Floyd, it would be Bud. He has all those attributes: power, speed, footwork, and he can switch.
The
Like if
desire,
you would say
yeah.
what style would beat Floyd, you would say Terrence Crawford. It would have to be that style. You know what I mean?
Right.
I ain't saying he beats him because, man, you go back and you watch some of Floyd's fights. I was watching him and Canelo and him at 36. And I'm just like, damn, this nigga, people forget, bro. When you go back and watch Floyd's defense, and this nigga was really different. Like, you know what I'm saying? The shit he was doing. And I just can't say confidently that Terrence Crawford beats this man. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's a style-wise. You know what I'm saying? If we watch,
give us
like,
a chance that we think
Yeah.
Floyd can actually lose.
You know,
That's
the
what I'm
closest
saying.
thing, like,
I've
think
been
about the
saying that
Zab
for
Judah
years,
fight.
bro.
Alex, let me ask you something. Give me a mega fantasy Mexican fight.
Mega fantasy Mexican fight.
Mega fantasy fight. That's what he's doing. Mega fantasy fight, but they got to be Mexican on Mexican.
What way was Chavez?
Or just Latino. Just give me somebody right now. I'm going with Duran right now. I got Roberto Duran.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going with Duran. Who we fighting? Who you got Duran fighting?
At 147.
I don't give a fuck what weight. My man Roberto said he gonna fight wherever you want him at. Give me a Latino that you want to see fight Duran.
Marquez.
Oh, you want him against Marquez?
Marquez. There's a lot of them. I have to think because there's a lot of Mexican fighters.
Like
man.
if I had Bernard Hopkins, who you have him fighting in this mega fantasy fight? I got Bernard Hopkins.
I would like
Give
to
me
see
opponent.
Bernard and Triple G at 160.
give me an opponent.
I think Triple G pressing. I think Triple G pressing, man. I like Bernard, but I think he get pressed by Triple G.
You said fantasy?
Mega
Hagler
fantasy
up
fight.
in there.
Mega fantasy?
Hagler.
I mean, it's not because I like
What about
controversy
Duran and
and
Hopkins, Alex?
I like money. You feel me? And I would like to see just simply off of their interactions. Give me Tank and Bernard Hopkins, man.
Tank and Bernard.
Tank and Bernard Hopkins.
At
What weight?
Yeah.
Time out. This is fantasy.
Oh, that's a
Mega-
real
mega
fantasy.
fantasy.
yeah, yeah.
Mega
I'll put-
fantasy fight. This is
Now,
our
she
mega
really
fantasy
talking
fight.
154.
fantasy.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
154.
Damn.
I want to see Tank out of jail, man, fighting Bernard
Man,
Hopkins.
Tank ain't really.
Nigga, don't touch me.
He ain't got the
Don't
height.
touch me.
He ain't got the
Who
height.
would I
fan.
want to see Tank fight?
Let me ask you a question, Alex. Mega fantasy fight. You talking a skill base right now?
Yeah.
Who you taking, Zab Judah or Bud Crawford? At the height of their best,
Man,
But
Bud, easy.
Yeah, I got
Bud
Bud.
taking Zab.
but
Yeah.
Bud can catch Zab.
Yeah, I got Bud, bro. I think Zab gives him problems because if you look at Amir Khan fight, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like Amir Khan didn't do anything with his hand speed against Bud. So you got to give Zab something. But I think late, Bud just catches him and, to
As soon as, as soon as Zab get hit, as soon as Zab get hit, he start losing his composure. He's hood now. He he don't stay disciplined enough. Then all of a sudden you tap him around his thighs or something. Oh, he hit me in my dick, man. Like, bro, come on, man, get back. You done hit plenty of people when they dig. He tries to get out of fights, in my opinion. I love Zab, but I've seen plenty of fights where it seemed like when it was the exit, he go.
Holyfield,
Let me ask you
Tyson
this. What did
Fury.
he say to the ref when he got
Holyfield,
knocked
Tyson
down by
Fury.
Costas?
you said Holyfield and Tyson
He
Fury.
was trying to talk. I don't know what.
What
he
the
said,
hell was
He seemed
this?
like he
What
was
was he
saying,
saying?
"Don't you count me out." That's what I thought he
to this
said.
day, I've been trying to figure
Listen,
out what
me
the
and
hell
my
that
son
What
nigga
did you
still
say
call
to
him
this
Zab
man?
Judah
Right.
legs. We
With
still
the
call it.
noodle
Like, look,
legs,
Dad. He be like, look, Dad, he got the Zab Judah legs. It's a
Right.
childhood memory of his.
Man.
Like,
Wow.
but
Nah.
now, Holyfield, Tyson Fury.
Holyfield and Fury.
Ooh,
Holyfield and Fury.
I think
This is
Holyfield
supposed to be a
definitely.
5-minute segment.
I'm sorry, guys.
I told you
It's
this was
supposed to
the
be
shit
a
was gonna go.
5-minute
Yeah.
segment.
Listen, he
man. We
said
gotta
Holyfield-
save it.
Holyfield-
We
we
gotta
gotta
save
say
it
it.
Yeah,
every
we got.
week.
Yeah.
Holyfield, Tyson
We gotta
Fury.
save
I like
these
that,
every
but-
week. 5 minutes.
man.
Man.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
We're gonna ask Marcus to do a reel about that. I want
Man.
I want a full breakdown of the Holyfield Tyson Fury fight. I want
Okay.
location. I want.
Holyfield got a chance, so I think he'd take
He
a
got a
lot to
chance.
give. But if that eye shut up in around 6 and 7, he might not be able to get to his target as much. But I think on the inside, Holyfield. You mean just my quick adjustment? I think Holyfield is just a dog.
Riddick
That
Bowe
boy
and
had a-
Deontay Wilder.
Huh?
Riddick Bowe and Deontay Wilder.
There we go.
I think I posted that one as a fantasy fight before on my page.
Anyway,
I'm gonna freeze up on
moving
that one. I'm gonna freeze up on that one. I like
Moving
it.
I
on,
think
man.
we,
Moving on, man. This I always say this again. This is the shit that happens when y'all don't see us on camera. The conversation that me and Alex were just arguing that whether Ludacris was a top 20 lyricist or top 10. Put that shit in your comments. I really don't want to hear this shit because he's not. But y'all go on with that shit. Keep that shit amongst yourselves. Nah, I'm sorry. He may be top 20.
Oh, Luda?
Yeah.
Top 20 ever?
You know what? No,
We ain't
problem-
about to start this,
You know what?
but-
Yeah, the fuck we are.
Yeah.
You know what the problem is?
Man.
He not has no
Let's have
standout
this off
rhyme.
cam.
Yeah,
He
we
has no
about to do this
standout
on
rhyme.
camera, man.
He has no standout like, oh my God, that was amazing. Like a Meet the Parents or I Give You Power or some shit. Anyway,
Said
man,
Bo over
this
Wilder.
is who? Bo and Wilder?
Nah, somebody said Bo over Wilder, but they got Riddick Bowe beating Wilder.
Until Bo over Wilder, until you get hit with that right that we assuming that he can take. I don't think, man, that Wilder right hand is so
Crazy.
devastating, bro. I mean, you look at the two opponents, AJ and Wilder knocked out the same opponent.
George Foreman and Deontay
one
Wilder.
was stiff.
Foreman and Wilder.
Foreman.
Foreman?
Foreman got too much power. He'll wear
No,
he'll
Foreman
wear a
can-
Wilder
He
out
hit it
and
both
have him
hands,
look
too.
like
Yeah, he
pure-
got
Here's the
power.
thing about that is, again, Foreman's seen a Wilder, Wilder's never seen a Foreman. You make that mistake with George, it's over. You fuck around and make a mistake or get too cute because I'm the Bronze and it's a wrap. It's nice you being here, but I
So
think
what's the
that'd be
difference
great.
between Foreman and Fury?
Foreman hit harder.
I guess
Yeah,
a fuck
way
about
harder.
Tyson.
Says who?
Huh?
Says who?
I think he hit way harder
Who?
than Fury.
Foreman and
He split
Fury
so-and-so.
says they box ready.
He split some mouthpiece, God. He
So
split-
you got
he
Foreman
split
got over
some
like
mouthpiece
40 knockouts.
with a
Tyson got
six-
like 18, like
with
16.
a
Like,
six-
You
Yeah,
gotta
bro.
like
think
a
in the
6'8"
time when
punch,
niggas
son.
was fighting, like
No, but I'm talking
it
about-
was bodies
it's
in
still-
that heavyweight division.
I get it, but it's still
easy to
pers-
get that percentage. Like,
No,
I got
no,
one more.
because he has to.
Everybody was a heavyweight.
Tyson Fury had to become a
was like
prospect like
5'11"
everybody else.
heavyweight.
And if you
Heavyweight,
can't knock out
right.
those guys during your reign coming up to where you at,
You ain't gonna knock out the
you ain't no
top guys.
knockout
Hey,
artist.
yo, let me ask you something, man. And I bring this up because I had a conversation about another sport about this. Which former fighter, old fighter, will benefit the most from today's technology, training, and nutrition? Which fighter from back then now would benefit, like LeBron has a dietitian, he has a nutritionist, he has a yoga, he has all the technology and improvements in sports equipment. What fighter back then would you love to take from that era, put him here with today's technology?
People will call me crazy for saying this. Welterweight, Joshua Clottey. I like the
I'm
Joshua
gonna call you
Clottey.
crazy for saying that.
I like the Joshua Clottey, man.
His brother is calling him crazy.
That defense, man. Give him a little bit, some of the stuff that's going on today. His training, I think Joshua Clottey has been world class, man.
give
They
him some-
they
you
slept
gonna
on my
give him
boy
some-
Joshua
you gonna give him
Clottey,
some
man.
PEDs?
He was competitive. He was competitive. He beat some guys too, man.
You gonna
So
give him some of them PEDs?
So y'all think
you think he was gonna beat these? Oh,
y'all think
Not
training
today's
the training from boxing from back in the day is just super different now?
Yeah.
yeah, some of it's definitely changed.
Training
They
is-
took-
But
they
why
took-
did the
the
old school
trainers
people
are
act like it was
smarter.
harder back then?
It
man?
was
Right.
harder
It
because the
was.
equipment
Yeah.
was worse. Training is just smarter now.
Mm-hmm.
No one back in the day told you need, it wasn't a mathematical equation for the amount of sleep you need or the amount of oxygen. All we knew was training in the mountains or whatever, running is hot. Some of the training, and I'm an advocate of old school training methods, was trained by suffering, trained by, you know what I'm saying? Trained by pain. So you can handle any adversity because you suffering running in fucking Zimbabwe at 110 degrees weather. You know what I'm saying? It
So
wasn't
what do
the
you think new
intelligence
school
now in
methods
training.
would help them now?
Right.
So when
because
you
that's
bring,
a mental training
Joe
too.
Lewis never got in the hot tub of Whirlpool. Joe
He's
Lewis
trash.
never drank a protein shake and helped with recovery.
Lewis ain't
Patterson.
get no protein.
Floyd Patterson. You know what I'm saying? Sonny Liston, nobody ever told Sonny Liston, go the fuck to sleep. Nobody told Sonny Liston,
I'm
yo,
pretty
your
sure there was people who could've.
oxygen level was a so-and-so. Them niggas trained off mom's pork chops and fucking, you know what I mean, whatever, right? No one told him, like, yo, you need to do this.
I don't know, man, because you get. I
There's
would love.
dietitians
I was about to
back
say
then,
the
yeah.
protein is in.
It was your
meat,
mom
like, you
cooking.
get-
And
I
your
mean,
wife cooking.
It's easy to say that though, but these are professional athletes. Like probably in the beginning, yeah, but nonetheless, these are investments. Like how the fuck you just let your investment walk around and eat pork chops and not get
That's
sleep?
what they listen. As long as you did the
Right.
exercise required. Listen, we know
How
as
are
long
they
as you
going
did the
12
exercise.
rounds?
As long as you did
15?
exercise required, they didn't care what you did out. There was no post training. There was no, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't 360 degrees training. Listen, you got 5 miles today. You got 12 rounds of sparring. After that, your time was your own. No
But you
one
gotta
was
think
telling
like
you.
Sugar Ray and Hearns. I mean, these was big ass welterweights, bro. They was doing something to make weight. They wasn't just eating pork chops and shit. Like these niggas are big, bro.
Taking
you know what I'm saying?
fucking X-Lax. That was losing weight back then.
I love to hear what
Fucking
these niggas was doing.
X-Lax,
Like,
Right.
what the real
getting in
story
a
was.
motherfucking sauna. That was
Yeah.
losing weight then. Wasn't nobody saying, yo, portion control. Never heard prep meals back then.
Or Earl running
never
in
heard-
Las Vegas in the heat. They
You
was
never
talking
heard
about
of
the
prep
week
meals
before the
back
fight,
then?
Running,
Nobody was
believe that.
nobody was prepping your meals and counting your calories and saying your macros back then. Nobody was doing that.
So what advantage do you think that has with today's fighters? Just because cut weight, like I'm talking about as far as skill level. Because I mean,
Activity.
The evolution of athlete is evident. The evolution, like,
Yeah.
is evident. But we have to factor in some of the technology. It does help. Why
think
I
it
say
puts them at an
why I say
advantage?
why I say that. Will Chamberlain had 100 points and goddamn Jesus slippers. Could you imagine how many less sprained ankles he would have had if he wasn't in Converse? Just the functional. We can't wear Jordan 1s now and play. You're like, I'm not playing in these bullshits. At one time, that was top of the edge basketball technology. Now they even in the casual shoe section. Could you imagine? You know what I'm saying? Remember when Jordan came back and played them that first time? He said, my feet are killing me. That's 6 more points per game you might get, and that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So now you put Ali and you tell Ali, like, hey, we're going to give you better nutrition. You know, we're going to give you the parachute to run with. We're going to give you a Vertimax or a bungee cord.
Plus, they got less rounds now. You know what I mean? It's a lot of different things, man. Less rounds,
who
more
benefit? It's just
less
a question.
active.
Again, it's a
They're not more active
It's
as
a
they used
theoretical
to.
question, but I think it, you know,
Something to think about.
you can go back to the.
Is that the rest of the
Bolt,
rundown?
Justin
Or we good with the rest? Is that all the
oh,
rundown?
we've been done.
Oh, we've been done with that? Okay,
Yeah,
okay. I didn't
we
know.
probably
Okay.
can wrap it up here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, it was an excellent.
Hold on, one question.
Definitely interesting.
One
episode.
question. Celebrity boxing matchup, mega fantasy celebrity. Don't give me that Bow Wow Lil Romeo shit either. But give me something like your
I feel like that was
celebrity.
directed
Prince of
towards
the old town.
Give me some,
like-
Shout out to Bow Wow, Prince of the old town.
You're gonna give me some shit. Yeah, super anyone. It could be anyone. I can fucking you say fucking Tyra Banks and fucking some other model. Just give me a mega fantasy.
Tupac
celebrity?
and Diddy.
Tupac and Diddy.
50 and somebody, 50 box. Who else boxed? That's like an artist or some shit.
The
Willie
game.
D.
The guy all 50 in the game.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
Willie D box.
Willie D
That's a
box.
nice one.
Willie D, I love your podcast, son. Chap in. Give me a mega. Give me one before we go, man. Just sign out with this, man. Give me something. Mega fantasy.
That was a good one. The 50 in game took me out.
50 in game. 50,
Obama and Dr.
Hey, yo,
King.
I'm.
That's funny.
King go put hands on Obama.
Martin Luther King and Malcolm X type shit. Hey, yo, listen, man. I'm biased. They gonna say I'm biased about this shit, but I'm going with 50. 50 beat game up. I know it's a Queens thing. Fuck it. I'm still gonna think 50 beat game up.
Game look like one of them niggas that can't score.
You know what? Jada Kiss and Beanie. I like to see them cats really
That
fight
would
it
be
out
good,
in the ring. You know, put the
That-
gloves on.
Nas
That
and
one,
Hov.
man.
Nigga.
Nas and Ho.
Ooh, that's
That's
a
the
good
main
one.
event.
What?
That
In
was
the
the
Tae Bo
whole
class?
Yeah.
What you say? What you say? You what in the Tae Bo?
36 in the
Tae-
karate class. Tabo Ho.
Listen, man. So
Cassidy and Gilly. I want to see them too.
Cassidy and Gilly.
Let them, the king of Philly.
Hey,
niggas showing up with
Gilly,
fitted caps,
hey, yo, Gilly, give us a call,
stickers
man.
on their ass.
Give us a call. You answer that for us, man. You
Yeah.
know, you got a lot of things in the rap game you don't know.
Cassidy versus.
Hey, you know this is
Yeah,
going, right, Alex?
What?
Who you want to see Lil Wayne fight?
Wayne versus Silk.
Wayne versus Silk. The battle for New Orleans.
Silk's
The
a big
battle
for
for
that
New Orleans,
pause.
son.
Hey, we're gonna wrap this
The
up.
battle-
Yeah, we
New
talking
Orleans,
crazy
son.
now. We
On
talking
that,
crazy.
we're gonna
New
wrap
Orleans,
this up.
son.
All right, y'all. It's been real. Another
Hey, yo,
fine
my
week.
mega fantasy fight is going to be in the comments, man. Cause they,
Yeah, we need y'all to comment, man. What is
Mega
y'all fantasy
Who is
fight,
y'all fantasy
man?
fight,
We're
man?
gonna
Mega
put them
fantasy
together,
fight.
make some crazy reels. We're gonna do predictions, man.
Mega
You know what I mean? We might even get some AI involved and see if we can make these fights happen,
Man,
man.
that'd be fire.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. Just the way make our predictions and put it together with the AI technology, man. I think that'd be dope.
Yeah, man. In case y'all forgot, Ohio runs boxing, man.
Yes,
Just
sir.
seen the clip. Who was the gentleman that was talking about Ohio boxing, man? I think you posted on your page. He was in the car, and he was talking about what Ohio.
Oh, I don't even know who that was. That was tagged to me, and
Yeah.
I actually posted it, man. It was
Yeah,
dope.
that's
It was a
what's
coach
up.
from
Big-
another city. I think
big-
Mississippi or Texas.
Big shout
something
out to
like that.
big shout out for that man for recognizing what town lives unbiasedly. You know what I mean? Unashamedly recognizing what's going on here, man. A fight's gonna cut me off, but there was a hell of a sparring match that went on in this city. Ooh, man, niggas, whose whole card was that? Never mind. God bless you all, man. I mean, heavy duty cutie, man.
Peace.
Lord Almighty fight.
Good show, man.
Hey,
See
we
y'all
outta
next
here,
week.
man. Peace, man. Fight bookies.